Hey, fellow babies, welcome to a 42 show where we're asking a big one tonight. The Canadian Super Pigs. Just what do they want? What's their agenda and how far will they go? Dunk, tell us more.
Yeah, when Canadian bacon goes mad, and an exploding population of hard-to-eradicate super pigs in Canada is threatening to spill south of the border, and northern states like Minnesota, North Dakota, and Montana are taking steps to stop the invasion. Or just, getting lots of maple syrup ready. I don't know. But in Canada, the wild pigs roaming Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba pose a new threat. They are often crossbreeds that combine the survival skills of wild Eurasian boar with the size and high fertility of domestic swine to create a super pig that's spreading out of control.
This is a big thing too, because in Saskatchewan alone there must be 300 or 400 people living there.
Canada's problem dates back to 1980s when it was encouraged farmers to raise wild boar. The market collapsed after peaking in 2001, and some frustrated farmers simply cut their fences, setting the animals roaming free. It turned out the pigs were very good at surviving Canadian winters. They were smart, adaptable, and furry. They eat anything. But enough about Canadians, back onto the pigs. They reproduce quickly. A sow can have 6 piglets in a litter and raise 2 litters in a year. Again, let's talk about the pigs, not the Canadians. Come on.
Know thy master.
But, they are kind of dangerous because, a woman in Texas was killed by wild pigs in 2019.
Yeah, she thought she was just going out for drinks. It turned out they were real bad guys. So watch who you hang out with.
Yeah, it didn't say that they shot her, but
Stalker creeps, man. I mean, it's awful.
Yeah, watch out for your bacon.
Yeah, and speaking of watching out, so, in the world these days, most people use Windows as an operating system on their home computers or laptops or whatever. Android is very popular with iOS on tablets and stuff, but we're talking about computers here. And so many of them bought and sold over the last few years have had the Windows Hello fingerprint thing that's like completely secure, totally safe, blah, blah. Not anymore. It's been bypassed. Security researchers have totally worked their way around it, and Microsoft themselves say they're really sorry for only assigning 3 engineers to the project during its lifetime, but everybody else was on vacation. I mean, when you're rich, you got a yacht to take care of. You've got to do these things.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I mean, Microsoft has a long history of security faffs and kerfuffles and just lackadaisic approaches to things. And this is just another example of it. They're horrible. They need to be brought to task for this. It just, nobody seems to care.
See, maybe we're better off if we actually, take physical fingerprints, then email them to Microsoft Control, and then they will authenticate your computer for you.
Well,
from base.
Lenovo's bringing out a new computer. It's going to be based on Linux. And what it does is slices your fingerprint off so it has a permanent record to compare to.
And then takes blood samples.
Yeah, because there will be a lot of it. To be a fly on the during that conversation? This is weird.
Yeah, flappy flies in the flipping wrong places. Doctors were left baffled after a patient came in for a routine screening only to find a fully intact, alive, buzzing fly inside his intestines. The Missouri man went through... let you get your gags out of the way. Come on. The Missouri man went through a colonoscopy. I'll get it out.
Oh, dude, what are we looking at?
It's a bum camera with a fly.
Oh, it only gets worse.
If only I was a fly on the wall of the human.
It's in the drain pipe.
The medical experts found the experts. I mean, it wouldn't take an expert; just anybody with a bloody camera would have found the insect in his transverse colon, located at the top of the large intestine. It isn't clear how the creature got in there, but experts think he may have eaten a lettuce or vegetable that contained it.
Yeah, they thought he was a dancer at an audition when he came in, but it was just the tickle.
I thought you meant the fly. The patient said he did not feel any symptoms or pain and did not know how the fly had got there. He told his physician he had only consumed clear liquids the day before.
The fly also had a shocking resemblance to Jeff Goldblum and said he wouldn't be doing interviews.
I thought it was more like Bono. It's got great acoustics in here. Play that music, Edge.
Yeah.
Anyway, usually the fly, usually stomach acid is enough to kill flies, but there are documented cases of eggs hatching inside the stomach after they were inside fruit that was consumed.
Thank God there's not a picture of that, because I was scrolling there.
Oh,
Jesus.
No, yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Just revolting. Thing is, not only that. If you eat something that's got eggs on it, those eggs then have to turn into maggots, and those maggots have to cocoon, and then the fly comes out. Just the whole process, and imagine that happening inside your guts. And
we hope you weren't eating. Jesus. So Finland, under pressure from heavy migrants coming from Russia, have erected barriers, like they're going full all Trump with the walls and stuff, and they only have one crossing open to Russia now, so they can try and control this because it's out of hand. I guess that would be, a little bit of evidence that not everybody agrees with that freaking lunatic they call a leader. But yeah, that's it's the kind of like, Finland and NATO and stuff and so on and whatnot, and EU and everybody, open doors and borders and stuff. No, we're walling this thing off. I mean, we almost got a situation where if enough people start thinking like that, you've almost got another Iron Curtain building.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's worse. Should we be keeping those Russians who are trying to get out? Should we keep them back?
Well, they just want to keep control of it. So y'all got to funnel through here so we know what the hell's going on. They're not barring people like another story we got coming up here, because this idiot it wins big in the Dutch elections. Geert Wilders, I'm not sure how that would be pronounced really, but he's a hard right, like MAGA QAnon style hard righter. And one of the things that he's very he's where is it in this thing? He wants no mosques or Islamic schools in the country. He's talking about walling off immigration completely and whatnot. Now, he won the election, but there's this thing to do with having the parties that be have to decide if they'll work with them, so he might still not be in power. I'm not really sure how that works over there, but there'll be more news to come of it, but I mean, that's like Trump winning or something. There's a growing hard right thing going on in the world. It's not just a states thing like some people kind of blah blah and pick on, right? It's all over the place.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. For God's sake.
Yeah. So let's see here. I just gonna need a little cocaine, and then I can get Axel Foley.
That's right, brothers and sisters. Foley is back. Oh, isn't that surprising with all these remakes of films recently? That Eddie Murphy is set to revive his most iconic role, Axel Foley, in the new Beverly Hills Cop movie. Obviously, not what was it? What was it? What was the name of the character? Oh, forget it. I've just gone now. I was thinking of the character in Trading Places, and that was more iconic for me. But Valentine, that's it. The first glimpse of the fourth installment, titled Beverly Hills Cop: Axel Foley. Great title.
Oh.
Brilliant.
I thought it was going to be about flies in bad places.
No, the colon. That's not actually the word colon. It's the symbol colon. But maybe it will be a bit of a colonic movie anyway. But it was shared with fans on Instagram. It shows Axel emerging from what looks like a tripped over car. Jerry Bruckheimer, the longtime producer of the movie franchise, which has made more than $558 million at the US box office alone, promises fans a top-notch performance from Eddie. He's got some big sticks out there prodding him.
Wow.
Do it good, Eddie. Do it.
It is going to be an AI CGI Eddie that can go back to his early days. Then is it?
it would be interesting to see. But in the post caption he says, anytime he walks on set, you never know what you're gonna get, and it's always pretty brilliant.
So he's on the drugs again. Good. Then the movie will be funny. Just kidding.
Just pump it into him.
Yeah.
So they look forward to.
The saga with OpenAI, ChatGPT there. So dude is now back. Sam Altman is back as CEO. And if you're unsure what we're talking about, he got ousted in a coup by the board, and it turned out to be one dude specifically that got him and the other founding member kicked out. And then it came out that the real reason that this had happened was that this one concerned board member that got the rest of the board to be jerks and kick him out was actually doing it not to grab the company or anything, but they were very concerned because of what artificial intelligence means to people and stuff, and they were very concerned that it was being pushed forward too fast for profit without thinking about the results. And a thing came out today where OpenAI researchers had warned the board of an AI breakthrough ahead of the CEO ouster, and they warned the board of directors of a powerful artificial intelligence discovery that they said could threaten humanity. And so this is what spawned this whole big brouhaha. Now, those guys are out that ousted the original. So the people that were concerned are now gone. And the people that started the whole thing are back. So the stock market's happy and everything else. But will it come down to being that maybe the people that were concerned will in history prove to be people we wish we would have listened to? Because right here you got an article where ChatGPT is so good at generating fake data sets to support scientific hypothesis that it's been tested just in trials and whatnot to see, and it's absolutely passes for authentic. And this is just the start, right? Imagine during the early 60s when people started raising the warning about leaded gasoline. Claire, what's his name in the States? The guy that did all the real research to fight them. If the bad guys had tools like these to fight back with, that would have been a way harder fight, and a lot more people would have been screwed up by leaded gasoline. This is, to me, I wonder if this is going to be a moment where we look back and go, shit, they were right. Wow. Let's see how it plays out. I'm not saying it will. I don't know, right? But we'll see.
I'm not even too sure how they could control it, to be honest with you. Yeah. That's the thing.
Well, you should control your fingers, especially when you're checking out for a meal, right? Holy.
Yes. A woman who unknowingly bought a Subway sandwich for nearly 100 times the price was forced to undergo a strenuous month-long process to dig herself out of a hole. Ugh. What kind of sandwich was she eating? Vera Connor of Georgia was expecting to pay a fare of $7.54 for her typical order, the number 4 Italian sub. However, arrived with a $7,105.44 tip. When I looked at my receipt, When I looked at my receipt, I was like, oh my God, Vera said. I thought this number looked familiar. It was the last 6 numbers of my phone number. Who would leave a tip like that?
Which means that anybody who knows her phone number now knows her password.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody's been hey, if we get any super chats for $7,105.44, we'll be very pleased. Thank you, Vera, for being in the chat tonight. Vera claimed that the screen must have changed and converted the amount into a tip when she was entering her phone number to make sure she received her Subway loyalty points.
Sure.
The Subway manager, just an idiot on the phone, basically. The Subway manager stated that the bank would handle the chargeback. Later, Bank of America stated that Vera is still required to pay the $7.54 for the sandwich, which is why the refund was refused. And as a result, the claim needed to be reimbursed with only the tip disputed. God's sake.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry you didn't fill the form out correctly, but couldn't you just edit it? No, start over.
So she says, I'll get really mad at the bank because I know how they did not think $7,000 was a suspicious amount of money to pay at Subway.
I want to see your manager. We don't do that here, Karen.
See, she makes a great point, because if I buy something, just slightly out of the ordinary, the bank rings me up, says, "Did you make that purchase?"
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, like says, who pays $7,000 for something at Subway?
Yeah,
that has got to be suspicious. Come on.
Exactly. It should have instantly been flagged. How could you spend $7,000 at a Subway unless you were buying one at foreclosure? Like.
Yeah, the entire store, all its content.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, talking of which, we got a super chat tip in for $2 from DMC. Thank you very much.
Look at it on the capture on screen. What the hell is going on?
Broken it again. Oh dear, never mind. All right,
wow.
Next time.
Yeah,
something else for you to fix.
Yeah, we will fix that. Thank you, DMC. Thank you very much. Here's one.
Before we go, there's this last bit on this story, and it's just I can't believe what it says here. It says it appears to be normal to tip the sandwich artists at Subway. That's what they call them, sandwich artists.
Yeah. I could just imagine that in New Jersey. Hey, Picasso, where's my freaking sandwich over here? Jesus Christ!
That's unbelievable. I love that bit. Sandwich artist. You idiot. Sorry. Next story, please. Oh, we got another super chat. You better do that one.
Okay, so Tridents Against Tyrants for a $10 super chat. Big boom. Thank you very much there. People often overlook warnings in history. Very true. Look at the lead poisoning crisis here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Been that way for years, I hear. Only acknowledged this year. What? People ignore the unpleasant. Holy man, wow.
That's insane.
Insane. Holy. Thank you for the super chat, too.
Thank you very much.
Insanity, man. Wow. Holy. Okay, so here, let me switch gears, and we got the White House has declassified some intel. I guess in this case, it's better to publish it than keep it secret, but the Wagner Group, what's his name, Prigozhin, and the airplane that got shot down because a grenade went off inside of it. I guess, you couldn't trust the integrity of the aircraft to land on its own, so it was better to shoot it down. But they're preparing to provide air defense capability to Hezbollah or Iran. And this is the intel coming out of the White House. So there could be a few more developments happening in that area of the globe coming up, especially with the ceasefire going on and whatnot. The way things are going with Russia and Ukraine, I can't see that Russia has, extra time and people and money and stuff to possibly be involved in something else. So
No.
we'll see how this plays out. But it's interesting that the Americans didn't hold this secret for long. They released it. They want people to know. Yeah,
bit of an odd thing going on there. Not
exactly. Yeah,
not too sure what to make of that.
no, but we'll keep watch because you just never know, right? Kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, we go from really important stuff to the most important stuff that's been talked about. This was the number 3 story on the BBC website. Couldn't believe it. The number 3 story. A wonky Christmas tree has been erected in a town that has caused a stir among the residents. The tree, which is about 30 feet, has a pronounced lean to it and sits in the marketplace in the Cambridgeshire town of March. Resident Kimberly Williams said, "Oh, the Italians have got the leaning tower of Pisa. March has now got the leaning tree of Christmas." Silly woman. The volunteers who erected the tree said, "Well, it was like that when we got it, What? Dozens of people commented when a photograph of the wonky tree was posted on the local Facebook page. Some people called it embarrassing, while others praised the work of volunteers from the March Christmas Lights Committee, who are responsible for erecting the tree and decorating it.
There is an editor's note. They do apologize for the reporter's incessant need of continuous usage of the word erect.
And he was rampantly erect while writing it.
Yeah. But there was a sale on hand cream.
Replying to the criticism on social media, the Lights Committee wrote that members had ordered the tree almost a year ago, and it was down to the supplier or stroke luck as to what the overall size or condition of the tree we received in the end. "We will pass the feedback we received regarding the tree not being straight to the supplier in the hopes that next year's tree will be a better one." They added, "Something to look forward to next year, March. We're looking forward to it."
Look at the in the center. It looks like somebody drove a car into it and it was removed. Like, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure that when they obviously fitted it, as you would call it, they didn't just like do it a bit straighter. I'm not too sure. I'm not a tree surgeon. I don't know.
Yeah, me either. I'm just not sure about scalpels and bark and how that would work. I want to show everybody this here. The whole Rainbow Bridge explosion thing.
Sorry, I just got your joke.
Yeah. The Rainbow Bridge, Canada, U.S., the explosion and whatnot there. Well, the footage has been released of it happening, the car going in for the big crash. So you got to watch along the top above where it says surveillance footage in red. It all happens in that little strip along the top there. So watch this.
They give you little markers. Whee!
Yeah. Now watch this again. They show. See the car coming in the top left, and then it launches right there. And look, it flies through that whole part, man.
That pillar is like hiding what is actually launching on.
Yeah.
When would it hit?
I'm not sure what happened there because holy man, that's crazy. That's according to Mr. Spock there in the chat, the guy actually thought he was at an audition to be in the new Dukes of Hazzard film. So yeah, careful rednecks with power, baby.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. And,
to be going that fast down there. I mean, I don't know what the roads are like around there, but I can't imagine there's there is a fast road there.
Yeah, he is moving, or she, or whoever. But there was velocity. That launch was like stunt drivers everywhere. Like, wow, if you even survived, wow,
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wouldn't doubt, because they keep saying no terrorist thing or anything, blah, blah. I'm wondering if somebody in a real fast car just didn't have a heart attack and went full throttle,
Yeah, or some terrorists went full Thelma and Louise on it.
Yeah. Now, have you ever thought of having a tiny home? Because wow, this guy didn't. This is crazy, man. That what I mean, a crew. Wow, look at this one. Yeah, your next one here.
What's that?
I don't know. Well, you post it. It's in your room.
Did I? Did
Yeah.
I? All right, I better put it up quick. And I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, this guy bought a freaking cruise ship with 85 cabins.
All right, let's run with that. I haven't seen it. You better tell the story because I haven't even seen it.
Moron. But yeah, look at that boat, man. He turned it into his home.
Oh yes, I did post it to you. Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, Christopher Wilson's story started in 2008 when he was surfing the web and spotted something very strange for sale on Craigslist, a retired cruise ship. And for some reason, Craigslist, yeah, no, it's like, what? For some reason, the ship's owner was looking to offload the 293-foot long vessel and reckoned the best way to sell it was to stick it on Craigslist. Wow! Now, how much did he pay for it? Sorry, I'm just scrolling through it to try and catch up on this story now because I didn't post it. Oh my god, it looks amazing inside.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, story. Long story.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to edit
It's cool, but you know, it's one of those things where if you watched one of his YouTube videos, YouTube recommended would never let you forget it and stuff him down your throat until the end of time, even though you were done at one. That's what would happen. What do we got? We only got like 3 minutes. So here.
You move to one of your stories.
Yeah.
One that you know you're going to read out.
That was funny. You know how we had IBM pulling out of X Twitter over hate speech? Well, the EU stops advertising on X over hate speech, and fines could be following next year. So the whole pile up on Elon is now like he went into a sex bar and 150 people jumped on top of him and everyone's taking a turn. Poor guy, man.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, fines and all for letting the hate speech go. Oh yeah, because it's his company now and they're spewing it on their platform and he's letting it happen and even participating. So you get what you get, right?
God's sake.
Yeah. Which one do you want to do here? You got a couple. You want to try to get them in both?
Well, why don't you warn me first? Which one you got next?
I got the crane and then, yeah, okay.
Do that one. A crane operator has rescued a worker from a roof close to a burning building. God, there's a massive fire, and poor guy was on the top of it.
Wow.
So the video footage shows a person being lifted by a crane from the roof of a building, prompting applause from the crowd below. Crane operator Glenn Edwards said,
I looked out of my left window and I saw a guy standing on the corner of the building. I'd only just seen him and then someone said, can you get the crane cage on? And I said, oh, well, right, I'll get the cage on. I got the cage on. I got it over to him as best I could.
What? Why does he sound like Kermit the Frog that's fat, drunk, and worked in a warehouse for 20 years?
Don't judge him like that. He's a crane operator. You know what they're like. They're great. They think the earth's flat. So the group manager Chris Hearn said during the incident, another person was also rescued using a crane by someone else. So stop hogging the limelight, Glenn Edwards. You're not the only hero in town. Oh, dear.
Oh, we only got 50 seconds. So,
Go.
Maryland, after the what was the shooting that was very big? It was in let's see. Oh God. But Maryland had a big shooting that was like a big deal. Sandy Hook, that's where this one was. And their licensing laws for handguns, which were very strict after the Sandy Hook incident, have now been struck down by a federal appeals court as being unconstitutional. And all they asked is that you take a course to learn how to use the gun and submit your fingerprints and a couple things. And that's unconstitutional because you should be able to just buy a gun because you're drunk and angry. So once again, the courts have done nothing to help average people whatsoever.
And even then, that wouldn't really slow down school shootings much, would it? Really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they don't mind you having their fingerprints as they're running around the school shooting people up.
That's true. That's true, right? So, but awful, but we're done. So we're going to say thanks in the credits and bid y'all farewell. See you very soon. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Boom. And a big thanks to CF Beauty for helping.